Ooh, I like this filter. We're gonna roll with this one. I'm gonna give a couple of people a second to join. Hello. Hey. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm already a few minutes late. One of my coaching calls ran over. Hello, Gina. One of my coaching calls ran over, y'all, so I'm running a little bit behind, but we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. I know most people catch the replay, and that is okay with me. So, okay, I thought it went out for a second. Maybe somebody was trying to call. All right, so if y'all can hear me, it looks like y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. That'll be great. So what we're going to talk about today is how to convert your ideal customer into a sale in 48 hours or less, okay? And what do you mean by that? First, let me introduce myself. I am Fatima Barnes. I am a business coach for the beauty brands. And what I do is I help beauty brands that are struggling to grow, relaunch to a premium and profitable premium beauty brand that stands out online and that is ready to scale, right? So that's what we really do here. We do that by leveraging the power, thank you, Anna, by leveraging the power of a full business makeover so that you can really start to kind of build a brand that's authentic to you, but also a brand that you don't have to resent. And one that's going to make you coin. Because, I mean, if you're not making coin while you're in business, right? So that's what we're going to do. This should be the last week that y'all see me in this hairstyle because I'm about ready to take it out. I done ran out with this. So bear with me on that. All right. So that was the kind of intro of who I am for those who are watching me for the first time. And maybe even if you're catching a replay. So if you're watching a replay, feel free to comment as well at the end in the replay, or just let me know your thoughts as well, and we'll be happy to answer those questions. Okay, so for many of you guys, most people that I find are struggling to get sales that they need, and they are struggling to convert their potential customers into clients. And there is a process that it's really a part of the overall strategy that my clients learn in the program, but there is a process that you can take that will actually allow you to start converting those customers, converting those people into sales a lot quicker than what it's probably taking you right now. So there are 4 important ingredients that you guys are missing. Let me make sure I got my notes right here so I don't ramble today, okay? So that is what most of you guys are running on. And so there's really it's really 4 missing ingredients outside of really your foundation, right? We all know, technically it's 5 missing ingredients. We all know it starts at the foundation. I say that all the time. You have to have a very clear foundation, meaning who you're serving and all of that. So we know that, and I talk about the foundation all the time, okay? So we know that that part is a given. So we're taking that part out of it, and we're really, really focusing heavily on the foundational piece, okay? So we know that is a part of it. So that's a given. So let's get into the four missing ingredients that you need and what you actually need to have that will allow you to start to convert those customers a lot quicker outside of the foundation, because we all know it starts there, okay? So here is the thing. The first ingredient that you're missing, this is number 1. So if someone wants to put number 1 in here, content. Content is truly king, okay? Content makes all the difference, but not just any content. Your content has to be what I call irresistible content. It is that content that literally attracts the potential customers or the people that you're looking for to your brand. That is the content that I'm talking about. It needs to account for the psychological sales aspect that your customers are going through as they're making a decision as to who they want to buy from. Now, everybody's process of what they go through for that psychological aspect It could be longer or shorter. I'm a coach with a high ticket program, and people are having to literally trust me with their businesses. So yes, my process is going to be a lot longer. But for you, with selling your products, the first element of that process is that irresistible content. Most people struggle with the content piece because they have not set their foundation. So they're just posting their products and just posting what they have, but not really giving that full context. So that's why I say not just any content, but irresistible content. Okay, irresistible to the potential customers that you are trying to attract. Okay, so whatever avenue that they see this on, whether it's an ad or whether it is on your, organically, that content has to reel them in. So that is number one, the ingredient that you need to be able to capture a sale in 48 hours or less. Okay, the second piece of that is what I'm getting ready to say, actually. The second piece is capturing, a system to capture, okay? So let me give you guys an example. How many of you may have experienced this, but I'll give you what it's equivalent to. Have you ever been on a date with a guy? Some of us, like myself, got to think back way further, going on a date with a guy who, is not my husband. But you went on a date with this guy and everything was great. Y'all were vibing. Y'all were feeling each other. And then at the end of the date, y'all didn't exchange phone numbers. And so there was no way to continue on the relationship, right? So if you don't exchange numbers and you guys are feeling each other, the attraction is there. The number one piece, the content that attracts you, is there. But you don't exchange phone numbers. Or at least social media in this day and age is what I heard they doing. How you gonna continue that relationship? And that is what many of us are doing today. We don't have a capturing system. We don't have something to capture the information of everyone who is attracted to us in our business, right? And so what do you mean a capturing system? Systems are key. I'm a big believer of systems. Systems are very, very important in your business. But really, capturing their email. Do you have a link in their bio? Are you stressing getting their emails? How are you capturing their information? That is the first step of that goal, because that is how you continue on that relationship. So you better quickly capture. From the time they're attracted to you, you have about 5 seconds to capture them into wanting to know more and do more and see more and move forward with you in that relationship. Because all sales is a relationship. That's all sales really is. It is just another relationship. And that's how your business has to be set up. So number one, the attraction is there. The content, right? Number two, we're capturing it, the systems. Now we got to get his phone number, or he got to get our phone number, because if you don't do that, now you can't continue on that relationship, and there's a missing piece. There's now a missing piece to the business that you don't have, and that's just the same with this guy. We're missing that piece. Will I ever see him again? Who knows, right? That's what I mean. It's the same concept. Like, your customers, they may or may not see you again. Even if they follow, you still don't have their information. It just is what it is. So are you leading them to capture their information? Do you have a system in place to do that? i.e. their email list, okay? Or phone number, or both, okay? Now, so those are the first two ingredients, or the two elements of really being able to capture that. And again, this has to be quick. You have 5 seconds from the attraction to capturing. And whether you do that organically or via ads or whatever, if you're at that point, you got to have that system. Number 3, this is a big one. Well, I can't stress this one enough. Number 3, this is the one reason why many people, this is probably the number one reason why many people are struggling to convert those potential customers into sales, is to nurture. The nurturing process. Have you nurtured these leads? And it has to be done quickly, okay? So let's put it back in the perspective of the date that we're talking about. So y'all vibing, y'all attracted, okay? So now you got the phone number. Okay, we got his phone number. We're going to communicate. The other piece of that is the nurturing piece. Are we going to go on a second, third date? Are we going to continue to communicate? Is he going to nurture this relationship? Are we going to get to know each other? Are we going to build our relationship? That is what I mean by nurturing. It is the same concept in your business. Like I said, sales is just relationships. So, nurturing, you have what I teach my clients is it's called the golden hour. Okay, let me give y'all a little game on the golden hour. The golden hour is a rule that says you have a very short amount of time in which you can begin to ensure that this customer is going to move forward with you in the future. And that is the golden hour. And it has to be done automatically. And the reason why is because if it isn't, they've already forgotten you. It's just human nature. If it is their first time interacting with your brand in some way, shape, or form, and if you don't have you don't have some type of nurturing system in place, they are already going to forget you. And that is the same thing. Would you keep dating a guy who isn't nurturing you and giving you that effort? No. You're going to move on, right? Like, I've already forgot about this man. He ain't called me since then. Now, depending on who you are, some people going like, why haven't he called? Why haven't he called? But your customers ain't doing it. Your customers just moving on because they said this person ain't called me. So you have to nurture that relationship, and in that golden hour, it needs to be automatic. Okay, so that is why it has to be automatic, because you need to continue on that relationship, but it has to start very quickly because people lose interest really fast. And that is exactly what's happening. Exactly what's happening for most of you guys. You haven't captured them, and even if you captured them, you haven't nurtured them. And this I recommend being done in an automated form, meaning it is a series of steps that you're taking to ensure that everybody whose phone number you capture, and we're using the example of the date, that you have, you know it's going to do what it needs to do. Because if you're trying to do that without that, and you got to remember every single person that you come in contact with and make sure that you nurture them, that is why you're missing the sales. Okay, you don't have a nurturing system in place to do that for you. Okay, to continue that relationship with that person, then you have to still continue that relationship with that person on a regular basis. And this is the missing link of why most of you guys are not. That short amount of time, you're not building a relationship with them, and you don't even have a plan to build a relationship with them. This is why posting on social media alone is not a full strategy, and it does not continue on the relationship because it hasn't captured. Even if they are a follower, followers are just that. It has not captured that person, and it is not as nurturing. It's harder to build community on that. Most of the time, the people who have followers full of their raving fans, I bet you they have their email address. I bet you they've captured their email. I bet you they've captured that information about that person, and they are continuing on that relationship. It's important, okay? So that was number 3, and that was the most important ingredient that you're missing, okay? And number 4, the fourth way to really do this is, if you get this right and you capture their information and you have a nurturing process that's automatically going to begin at what I call that golden hour, in that very short amount of time, to really start indoctrinating them into your brand and who you are. The last piece of that is you need to have an easy buying process, okay? Because you can have all of this other stuff and still drop the ball if you don't have an easy buying process. So what do I mean by easy buying process? And if you have a system that is nurturing, that will capture them, you obviously should have an easy buying process, or you would think so. Your website has to be easy. It needs to be made easy. Even in the nurturing, you need to have links directly to what you need to have, clear call to actions. You need to direct them on what you're trying to get them to do. You need to make it as easy as possible for them to buy from you. Because if it's not easy to buy from you, they will not buy. It needs to be quickly done and done easily, because guess what? Your nurturing sequence is going to do so much of the heavy lifting, but it's only as good as your buying process. So is your website efficient? Is your website make it easy for them? Does your website, what is that process? Is it quick to check out? What is it too difficult? Do I not understand what's going on? Because the moment they're confused and it's not easy, you've lost them. You've lost them big time. Okay? That process has to be easy. It's a series of all of those ingredients that come together and that helps you to convert them quickly and easily. And it can be done organically and it can be done via ads. Regardless, is you have to have that traffic going into there so you can continue that relationship, nurture them, have it easy for them to buy. Make it easily accessible. And I know that this works even organically because one of my clients just yesterday, I just had to tell her that, girl, you don't need me anymore. Like, fly away. She's doing this so well that even organically, she is getting orders consistently on a daily basis organically. She's not even running ads yet. And she literally has this strategy in place. And so now I told her, girl, it's time to run you some ads and fly away. You don't need me anymore. You're already getting that many sales on a daily basis, but she still implements these systems in order to do so. She has this strategy that is converting people a lot quicker, and she has less than 100 followers on Instagram. Most of my clients a lot of them that see success, they ain't even talking about that they don't have that many followers. She's literally getting daily sales organically. Not a single ad ran yet. And she is now ready to run ads. Just imagine the magnitude that she's going to experience when she now runs ads. If she's been able to achieve that organically because she has all of these steps. So it's really 5 steps. When you think about it, it is that foundation because she makes it very, very, very clear as to who she serves, how she's going to serve them. The moment you see her information, you know if she's for you or not. It's very clear. Her branding is on point. Her messaging is on point. All of those things also matter. But the first piece of what we talked about today is that irresistible content. You have to have content that is going to be irresistible to your potential clients. Remember, this is the initial attraction. Okay? This is the initial attraction. Part 2, capture. You need to have a system that is leading them with that content to where you are capturing their information, aka you're on the date and you're getting his phone number so that you can continue the relationship. Okay, so you get that phone number so y'all can continue to date and expand your relationship. And then you need to nurture. The only way to do that is it has to be done quickly or you lose their interest. And this is why I recommend automating this piece. And this is the most important step. Many people do not nurture and they don't, and sometimes they are, but it's too late because you don't have systems in place to make sure that it happens. So you're trying to figure out how to nurture people, but now it's way too far down the line. I mean, if you think about it, nurturing is everything. I'll say that. That is so important. That is the dating phase before they decide they're going to marry you. Okay? Because if you miss this step, that's almost like when you guys go on that first date, you got the phone number and then he asks you to marry him right then and there. And you're like, I don't know you yet. We haven't even gotten to know each other. You can't be asking me to marry you yet. We don't know. I don't know you. That's what you're missing, and that is why, and this can happen very quickly, okay? If you have your systems and your processes set up correctly, this can happen in 2 days or less. Because it's happening for my clients. I can assure you that they have these systems in place. Like I said, homegirl doing it organically and it's happening. She's doing this organically and it's happening. It can happen for sure for you. So it's about having that that nurturing process. But it's about also in that nurturing piece, you got to know what to say, how to say it, when to say it, and so forth. So check my stories if you haven't, because I show you guys a part of how that happens for my clients if you need a little bit more clarity. But they know exactly what to say and how to convert them in a way through their nurturing process. They get the templates to do so, and that's what I provide them to make sure that this is how you are going to psychologically convert this person to a customer. And like I said, I literally just had to tell her yesterday, you don't need me anymore, boo. Fly. It's time to fly. And then the other piece of that is an easy buying process, easy systems, making it easy for people to buy, leaving no room for confusion. If there's any confusion, you've lost them. This is how you make this happen quickly. In a matter of a couple of days, you can convert them from they just saw you to literally, you know what, even by that first nurture sequence, maybe they don't bite, but maybe by the second one in a couple of days, like they'll bite. And so it's literally like, again, thinking about it in terms of dating is the best analogy or an example that I could use, because it's truly like that. You would not marry, well, everybody do things differently, but I'm saying some people move through it quicker, right? So if you have not nurtured your audience, and that's so hard to do without systems, even despite using ads or not, it's so hard to do without systems. Without a system or a strategy, a process in place to make sure that this happens at the right timing, at the right place, in the right moment, the whole nine. Because think about it, when you're dating and you go on this date, like it's nothing for you to be like, I ain't like how he did this, I ain't going on a date with him again. So you have to make sure that you're on it with that, or else you miss that step. And then you're now struggling to convert. So that is the top 5 things that you need to know. We already know number 1 is foundation, but the one for today is content, capture, nurture, and systems. Easy buying process. If you got that formula, that's the recipe. I mean, that is the ingredients that you need. Now, the recipe, I got that, right? It's so much more that goes into that. I could not cover it all in one live. Like, I have the recipe, because the ingredients, those are the ingredients of converting a client into, like, getting someone from boom, 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 moving them through that process. But really, it's important to make sure that you have these things and you have them set up, and you're setting them up properly. So what I have, a couple of things that's in the works. I've kind of been talking about it all week. Like I said, check my stories if you haven't already for today. I do show you guys a preview of some of the things. Again, this stuff is so in depth, it's so deep, it's so strategic to get this right that it's no way I could talk on live for 3 weeks and probably still never get through all of it. But a lot of things in the works now. I told you guys about how we're going to get tech now to really help set these exact systems that I'm talking about up today. We already have the branding piece. We have the exact recipe, the exact ingredients that you need. So a lot of changes in the works. So if you are someone who is like, okay, I'm ready to get the full recipe, my team has put the link in the comments, or click the link in my bio and get on my calendar. I highly recommend before January, because again, with all of the evolution that we're doing, all of the changes, we're making it as easy as possible on our clients to start seeing the results that they're looking for by having these amazing services. And by having these things, you could be getting results like them. Like I said, I love when I can tell a client, fly away, you don't need me. That means that I've done my job well, and it means that I've done my part. So get on my calendar. We now have financing options available, okay? And I'm actually working on even another financing option that where I can possibly finance you regardless of your credit. So I'm working on that, but we have financing that will help you break your payments down into smaller, more feasible payments, because as of right now, I'm taking all the risks when I have my payment plans. I have to trust that you're gonna pay, so I can't spread it out so long. But we definitely have that available now that we have. So listen, if you're ready to get the ingredients, to get the recipe and get on it, then this is the time. Let's get you to the next level. I'm calling you next. Yes, give me a call. Like, shoot me a text, give me a call. You know where to find me. Let's get on it. Let's get these things set up so that y'all can roll into 2022 with success, with these amazing brands, because I know y'all have these great products to match. You just need the step-by-step, but you not only need step-by-step, because I can give you a course of information that you might not know how to implement, but you need the actual, here's how we're going to work with you closely. Me and my team don't play about my clients. We want y'all to be successful. Your success is my success, and that's why I do this. So get on my calendar, click that link in the bio, check out my stories. If you want to hear a little bit more about some of the ways that we create a nurturing process, check out my story, because you definitely want to be there. So get on my calendar, click that link in the bio, and I'm gonna see y'all next week. Well, y'all will see me online before then, but I'm gonna for sure see y'all. You know what? No, I'm not going live next week. It's Thanksgiving. Y'all enjoy your turkey and enjoy your food, and then I'll come back and go live the week after that, unless I decide to do an impromptu live. Other than that, it's gonna be Thursday. It's gonna be Turkey Day. So have fun. Have fun. Great companies have great teams. Yes. And what I can say for sure, Marlena, is my team. I have the best team. Do you hear me? No, because they believe in what we're doing here just as much as I do. They believe in it. They have just as much fire about it as I do, and I have the best team. I see a couple of them were on here today. Anna, Kira, Sabrina. Listen, my team is my team. So you're exactly right, Marlena. I do have the best team, and we work so hard. They work so hard with me to make sure that we can provide these amazing services for you guys. They make sure of it. They really work really hard. A lot of you have already interacted with Anna, because the moment the moment I capture you, you know what I'm saying, Anna's gonna be on it. She's gonna make sure she gets you on my calendar. And so we really, really, really work hard at making sure that we can work closely with y'all and getting this done. So my team is amazing, and I see a few, like I said, I see some of them on here. That some of them were on and off, but they really do make, like, I'm so grateful to have all of them, because we work together as a team to make sure that my clients get success. That's all we want. We want y'all to get success. I want more success stories. Like, I want y'all to have the same success stories of the client that I just told y'all about, where I had to tell her she doesn't need me anymore. Like, you don't need me, boo. You good. That's what we love. And my team is just as passionate about that as well. They give me ideas. They really help me. So, yeah, I say that to say thank you for pointing that out. A great shout out to my team. And my team also put the link in the comments for those who want to get on my calendar and book a call with me. Because like I said, before January is, you got to be on it. With all of these, with what we doing and the level that we going and where we moving. Listen, there's no other program. I can assure you that, and I can stand on that. There is no other program like the Beauty Boss Accelerator 2.0 for beauty brands. It's not just an online course, because anybody can give you an online course and you don't know what to do with the information, and then you're struggling to implement it. This program is next level. Hands down. I know I can stand on it. I know it's nothing like it. Nothing like what we do here for y'all. And a big part of that is a thank you to my team for helping make that possible, because I literally could not do all of this without them. We would not be able to provide you guys with what we're able to provide you guys with without them. So I'm grateful for them. They know that. I hope y'all know that if y'all are on here. So other than that, yes, next week I will not go live. But I'm going to send the replay out of this today if you're on my list. In case I do decide to take it down, I'll probably leave it up. So if somebody catches the replay, great, because we went over the 5 ingredients you need to be able to capture and really turn a ideal customer into a sale in 48 hours or less. And one of the things that I also forgot to point out while I was talking about this is this also helps with retention. With these processes and with these steps, this helps you retain customers. And everybody knows the money is in retention. Basically, 80% of your revenue is going to come from 20% of your customers. So that's it. 80% of your revenue is going to come from 20% of your current customers. So you need to have this whole strategy that I gave you guys today accounts for retention as well. It really does. So we got you covered. Check my stories. If you have not looked at my stories, you need to watch my stories today because it shows you a little bit more of some of the things that my clients are getting that's making their lives easier, because this program now is really going to make all my clients' lives easier with what we are doing. So she said, laugh out loud, we know. I'm glad y'all know that I appreciate y'all. So y'all have a great, amazing day and have a happy Thanksgiving, because like I said, rest, most entrepreneurs we know it's Q4, there's not a lot of resting going on, but for sure next week, enjoy your Thanksgiving, take the day off, don't work so hard. I'm gonna try not to. So I won't go live next Thursday, but I'll see y'all the week after that. Enjoy your holiday too, Marlena. Thank you. I will see y'all not next week, but the next week. Bye.